Back now on Triad Today, and we have a first-time visitor to the program, and we're going to talk about occupational health, and I'm so glad she's with us. Lauren Dry is a nurse practitioner for Northern Occupational Health, part of the Northern Regional Hospital family, and it's so good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
By way of East Tennessee State and UNC Charlotte, and you've been all over the place.
Yes, sir.
But we're glad you're here now.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, you know, I've mentioned before to people, I said, well, I'm going to talk to somebody about occupational health, and I said, well, what is occupational health? So just give us a little sketch of what that is.
Okay, so occupational health is just like what it sounds. It's your occupation or your job and health, or staying healthy and safe while on the job.
Everybody does something different. So if I work in a factory, if I do a talk show, if I'm a bricklayer, I've got certain things that I need to do in my profession.
Right.
If I've been injured or have an illness or from surgery or whatever,
right.
You guys are going to try to help in context of what they do for a living.
Right, exactly. So that could mean a lot of different things. Let's say you were injured on the job. You could come see us. That would be what we call like a workers' compensation visit.
Right, right.
And we may do x-rays, get you back to work if you're able as soon as possible. And if not, we would refer you to a higher level of care to get evaluation.
I think you and Christy sent me an email one day and it said something about staying safe on the job. Now, what does that entail?
So that could mean a lot of different things, and it kind of depends on where you work. Let's say, for instance, you worked at a factory, maybe where there was a lot of loud machinery. You had a lot of exposure to like repetitive loud noises.
Right, right.
We offer audiometric testing or hearing tests. So we do annual hearing tests on a lot of those employees. That way we can make sure that their hearing stays stable. Another example could be maybe if you worked in a factory or an environment that had exposure to chemicals or maybe a dusty environment. We have trained staff that can do pulmonary function tests.
That's great.
And that measures your lung function, and they can also fit you for a respirator to make sure you have the right fitting mask to protect you from those hazards.
We've talked about work-related things. I mean, what other kinds of services do you offer through your office?
So we do a lot of physicals. We do DOT physicals, pre-employment physicals.
All right, now back up for a second because I'm ignorant about some of these things.
Okay.
You said a DOT physical, what does that mean?
Okay, so a DOT physical stands for a Department of Transportation physical, and that could mean anything from somebody that drives a tractor trailer to a school bus to even just a big truck, maybe with a trailer that's got heavy equipment on it.
Gotcha.
And those are done by a medical examiner, and a medical examiner would be a provider that has got additional training and certification on the rules and regulations for DOT drivers.
Okay.
And we do a lot of DOT physicals. That's one of the main things that we do. And we have got some contracts with some big companies, local companies in our area, like Southland Transportation, Mountain River Trucking, Surrey County Schools is a big one, Lucas
now,
Tree.
speaking of companies and organizations, you go out and do what, health fairs or work fairs, what?
We do, yeah. So we can come to your company, large or small, and we bring trained staff out with us, and we can check your blood work to maybe check for things like high cholesterol, diabetes. We can check blood pressures while we're there.
So now you're not only treating people and helping them with their occupational problems and occupational health, but you're helping to prevent things too.
Right, right. And another thing we do at those health fairs often is flu vaccines. We can bring flu shots. We can even do on-site drug testing.
How about that? I want to put some information up on screen. Northern Occupational Health, you can call 719-7138. And the general website for Northern Regional Hospital is choosenorthern.org, which I hope you will check that out as well. And I want to get you back sometime and talk about your background and how you came to work in the healthcare field. And so let's do that sometime.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.